5 things you didn't learn at that place with the 4 walls, you know, and you get told stuff in a room that you see no sunlight, in a room that you have to follow orders, although some teachers do, you know, meet your needs as a human being. In a room with just a light, you get 350 lux, and it ranges all the way up to sunlight, direct sunlight, at like 40,000 lux, or just daylight, 10,000 lux. Number 1, Pythagoras and his 5 points of health. You've all probably learned Pythagoras' theorem in maths, but he also studied philosophy. Accounts have been recorded by Socrates and Plato. Pythagoras' work supposedly got destroyed during some kind of battle in Egypt. You can watch documentaries about his life. But yeah, he started 12 health schools, and these 5 points were the main building blocks of health: exercise, happiness, sleep, clean food and water. Obviously clean food means proper food. It has a package, it has a skin that acts just like, you know, the cell wall of a molecule, and then you open it up, just like, you know, that water that's been distilled, you get to eat it, and that helps hydrate you, because fruit has like 90% water, or at least some do. You know, it ranges 70 to 90%. Tap water, you don't want to drink that because they add fluoride. The government adds fluoride. You know, bottled water, they add minerals which get rejected by our body. So fruit, I would suggest getting my majority of my water content from, or water straight from a stream or a well. But anyway, that's number 1, those 5 points of health which Pythagoras taught at his health schools. Number 2, humans as frugivorous animals, we thrive on fruit. You know, 60 million years before fire invented, we ate just fruit. Since the last 10,000 years, when fire really took off, our brain size decreased. You know, Tony Wright, a research scientist, done videos on this, presentations, and shows that we used to have a symbiosis with trees, in that when we ate the fruit and threw away the seed, you know, that benefits both the environment and us. So it's like, what could be more beautiful than that? And, you know, 3D forests provides a wonderful habitat for the animals as well, whereas now we like cut them down and grow grains, which leads to a desert because it dries up once it's been harvested. In these 60 million years, you know, before hominids emerged, you know, human forms, we ate generally like monomeals of fruit. You'd go from one tree to another tree, you know, eating abundant fruits, and then once you've had enough, you might go for a wander. You know, that would benefit the digestion of the food. And then we eat seasonally because in the tropics or the subtropics, fruit grows seasonally. Some fruit grows all year round. High water content as well, I've mentioned. When you cook food, it removes most of the water content, destroys nutrients. You know, I mean like 60% or more. And, you know, all of the enzymes which I mentioned helps you digest the food. Cooked food also creates toxins such as acrylamides, AGEs, HCAs. You can research them. Read 80-10-10 by Doug Graham. Now, cooked food does a couple more things. It triggers an immune system response because our body doesn't recognize the food. It doesn't fit the receptors of our body, you know, the things which... And also, it taxes vital energy for digestion because energy comes from sleep. Cooked food requires like around 80% of red, versus like a fruitarian or frugivorous diet which requires only 20%. So, you know, I do promote at least trying the diet for 7 days or more to fully like get in the swing of it. You know, none of this raw till 4, you wouldn't recommend an alcoholic to drink until 4 o'clock, because cooked food can be addictive, but that just means you're taking on board nutrition rather than stimulants, which I will talk about later in this video. So number 3, Jesus practiced Essene Pythagoreanism. Origins of Christianity and vegetarianism. Practices of a community and guidelines for living, spreading the message of love and light. In fact, animals do graduate towards the most calorie-dense foods, but in foolishness, we forget about the future and what we need to build health. So yeah, the Book of Enoch, Dead Sea Scrolls, taken out of the Bible, who knows who did that? So we don't know if Jesus existed, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt. We do know of these scenes. Number 4, natural hygiene. Meet physiological needs such as sunlight, clean air, fresh ripe food, and fix the cause of disease, not suppressing symptoms of toxin release. Because you see, disease itself cures. The body heals and repairs. We see this when we get a cut. No outside cure exists. Every cell wants to repair itself. Look at how DNA, RNA, and proteins work together in the origins of life. The body uses amino acids, which exist in fruit, to build proteins, and hence our DNA benefits by plant hormone interaction, sex with plants in a sense. Another thing natural hygiene teaches, herbs contain toxins which suppress the symptom. Yeah, I've experienced this with turmeric, but it really does just shut down the symptoms, which, the symptoms cure you. You don't want to suppress them, Look at health as a whole. So drugs, poisonous, and further cause toxemia. Soap, not necessary for cleanliness. Sun and water, like animals in nature, clean. Like the sun has a cleansing effect, and then so does the water, but you don't want to wash the vitamin D off after you've been in the sun, so you have to absorb it first, Everything has a process. And the 7 stages of disease you can research starts with enervation, and it goes through, things like irritation, inflammation, and the final stage it gets to the point of cancer. Now, allopathy, traditional medicine, seeks to cure through drugs as if illness came from an exterior source. You catch a cold, many pharmaceuticals get made to profit from. So yeah, virus, infection, contagion, all myths. Meat and dairy, protein and calcium, also lies or exaggerations. The human body can't use protein, we can only use amino acids, so ideally you want to get fruit so that you skip the breaking down of something and you just go straight to the building blocks. I could talk on and on, but basically meat and dairy do not form a healthy part of our diet, and neither do grains, in fact, because they just don't digest well, but also unethical to animals. Number 5, we live on an abundant planet and share needs and feelings such as happiness, joy, and needs such as hunger, like the physiological need, or the need for connection, the need for trust, the need to be heard, the need for community. It all comes down to basically unity, and that everyone has universal needs, yeah? The more you bear that in mind, the more you can communicate effectively with people, and rather than seeing the strategies which don't work, you find a universal need that can work for both people. It comes down to compassion, really. As a child, we do this automatically. Growing up, we soon forget that or get indoctrinated, sadly. But I wanted to bring you the truth today with all this information. I hope you've learned something of value and enjoyed the video. But the lesson is now over. You have graduated.